Okay, so this is what you were talking about, large volume, the air entrainment calculations. So here's some that you can just remember. Okay, so 60%, the ratio air to oxygen is 1 to 1. And when you do the calculation, oxygen is the 1. Okay, so another good one to remember is 40% is 3 to 1. So that would be 3 parts air to 1 part oxygen for 4 parts total. 28% is 10 to 1. So that would be 10 parts air to every 1 part oxygen for a total of 11. So that's going to be important. Okay, so here's what you showed me on the text, and whoops, there we go. You said, you know, if you put the desired FiO2 in here, 21 over here, or 20 is easier, and 100, then you subtract the desired FiO2 from 20 and the desired FiO2 from 100. Okay, and then you would subtract diagonally and then divide. So that looks like this. If you're 60% here, we've got 20, we've got 100, and this would be 40. Remember, we don't care about the minuses. And 60 from 100 is 40. 40 divided by 40 is 1. So O2 is always 1, so the ratio is 1 to 1. So this little formula finds out what the air part of the ratio is. Here we go, we have 50% here. 50 from 20 would be a minus 30. Remember, we dropped the minus. 50 from 100 is 50, and 50 divided by 30 is 1.7. So that's 1 to 1.7. 1.7 being the air. Okay? Now, let's look at what we've got. Here's where your question comes in. Once you have the ratio, to calculate the total flow, you add the two together and multiply by the liter flow on the flow meter. So if your patient is on a 40% aerosol face mask, then the flow rate and the flow meter is set at 5. What is the total flow going to the patient? That's the question, right? So here's our 40 in there, and we're going to figure out our air entrainment ratio. So we've got 40 from 20 is 20, and 40 from 100 is 60. 60 divided by 20 is 3. So we've got 3 parts air and 1 part oxygen. That's what we know. This formula calculates the liter flow of air, always compared to 1 of oxygen. So in this ratio, 1 to 3, there's 1 plus 3, or 4 total parts. In this case, 4, let's call them liters, okay? So that would be 4 total liters of air plus O2, right? Now, the flow meter is set at 5. So if we multiply this total that we have of 4 parts times 5 liters, we get 20 liters as the total flow. So hopefully that answered your question. This is just a little review of the gas laws here, but I'll go ahead and link this, and then I'll let you know it's up, and let me know if it helped.